Y'all, review family. I really don't do many track reviews anymore. Like, I don't upload them much because I prefer to work on, like, list, essays, reviews, things of that nature. But can we talk about this new Veil of Maya track for a second, Godhead? And also the fact that these motherfuckers keep dropping singles and will not drop an album. We have not gotten a Veil of Maya album since 2017 when they released False Idol. Which, honestly, leading into that, I will say, I actually really did like False Idol. As a stan of the deathcore era of Veil of Maya and someone who still sticks to the story that Eclipse is their best album, wasn't the biggest fan of Matriarch. I thought they were finding their style and finding their sound, but I just wasn't a big fan of the production. It felt overblown, it felt like they didn't really have much direction, and it felt like progressive metalcore 101. But False Idol, on the other hand, felt like a return to form in a lot of ways, and even though it still was a very metalcore-inspired album as opposed to deathcore, I thought the riff writing and the songwriting felt tighter, and just overall the production and the compositions of everything felt a lot cleaner. But what I didn't expect was just right around the corner, them just rolling up to just obliterate my asshole and completely send me on a journey that I didn't think I was going to get in the middle of the night, but I just had to turn the camera on and talk about it because holy shit. It's obvious this music video had a budget behind it, because, I don't know, it's just pretty funny to me that a band just randomly signed to Smearing Records for years now can make a more graphically appealing video than half of what Marvel shits out nowadays. But yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy robots and people fighting with swords. What can I say? Some very cinematic shots of the band, but we're not here to talk about the music video. It's very visually appealing, but I'm here to talk about the music. Going into this track, it sounds very similar to what we've been getting from recent Veil of Maya singles the past couple of years, because they've been consistently dropping songs fairly regularly, and even though they've been calling them non-album singles, I'm not entirely convinced that all of these tracks aren't going to eventually be put on an album and they just change their mind or they're hiding it, because personally I think that a lot of these tracks go together pretty seamlessly and they do sound like they're coming from the same vein, so unless they genuinely are just going to let all of these be hype builders, I think it would be a waste to not put it all on an album, but that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think, so let me know what your thoughts are of that. I am loving how the old school deathcore influence of Veil of Maya is coming back on this track and on recent tracks. Of course, the djenty progressive metalcore, you remember Punisher, the track from Eclipse where they poked fun at, I believe it was the track Punisher, where they made fun of the guy that was making fun of them for making djent music. Actually, if I remember correctly, the controversy was it was a Periphery call-out, wasn't it? And of course, Veil of Maya's djent-isms sound a lot similar to Periphery, so I can get that. But honestly, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you like these djenty, off-kilter, weird time signatures, technicality, freakish riff writing, you're going to enjoy it. If that's not your cup of tea, you're probably not going to enjoy it, because this thing is laden wall to wall with djent riffs. And past that point, when it comes to influences, those deathcore isms that I talked about are coming through more in the vocals on this track more than their recent singles. The sick layering of these, like, straight out of 2006 deathcore shrieks and these extremely guttural lows that they just blow the hell out and compress all to hell with so much distortion put behind them. You can tell that a lot of time and effort was put to putting this track together, because everything is mixed flawlessly. One issue I did have with Matriarch, and even a couple songs off of False Idol, I just felt like Veil of Maya were sloppily putting some of their songs together, and even if it did sound very clean and mechanical, it was at risk of just being like wallpaper and bleeding together, because they were still dipping their toes in the well of this progressive metalcore niche. They don't struggle to keep their influences not only on lock, but their chemistry on lock. It is so technical, it's well put together, the mix is fantastic, and I just love the layering of the vocals. I love how diverse the vocals sound here. They just come off so fucking clean. And can we just talk about this breakdown for a minute? Can we just talk about why this just sounds like if after the burial just got fucking steroids injected into them straight into their bloodstream and were thrust into a room with like 5 bags of heroin and told to just make the craziest fucking like technologically infused electrical breakdown ever. It sounds like an AI generator kind of pumped out like the most freakishly distorted technical riff, but it still has the hallmarks of just a good metalcore breakdown. And it kind of just leaves me sitting there like, who thinks of this? It sounds amazingly mechanical, but still extremely organic. Overall, I am just loving how their influences are showing more and more, how the old school is coming into their style even more so. I'm loving how they're layering the vocals. I'm loving how they're employing more and more styles of vocals that were prevalent in their past material, and it's made me really happy to see them embark on that in their recent singles. And of course, these djent-isms, if it's your cup of tea, you're gonna love the track. If it's not your cup of tea, you're probably gonna want to abstain. But either way, I love this track, and I really do hope it gets put on an album, because can they just take these singles, make a couple more tracks, and make a damn album so we can listen to it seamlessly? Because listening to these one after another is annoying. I don't know why I'm trying to talk like the president of the United States of fucking America. But like, we have waited long enough. It has been since 2017 since we've gotten a new Veil of Maya record, so pardon me for saying that I genuinely think they should just put it all together, make a couple other tracks, and ship it off, because I swear to God, people are gonna eat it up. The hype's already there. You don't need more hype. You don't need to build up to anything else. Everyone is already sitting and waiting and watching for any new Veil of Maya material, so honestly, shoot for the stars. But let me know what you guys think of this track. I'm obviously going to put it in a pinned comment down below if you haven't heard it yet. Definitely let me know what you think of it, and what are your thoughts of modern Veil of Maya. Are you excited for an album? Do you prefer their older material? I can't wait to hear it. Otherwise, be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is. My name is Jay Morris, and I'm signing off saying farewell.